Ask Hanna and Zombie Part 2.
Alright, finishing Bonanza's question, her second question is, any tips for a newbie cosplayer?
Yes. Okay. Please. I know it's exciting. I know it's new. I know there's new people who share your interests, but please respect their personal space and their eardrums and their intelligence. Like, you know, you can be excited, just not like...
Don't forget you're still in the real world.
You're still in the real world.
The real world where you spend your Friday night dressed like this, answering questions for videos.
This is obviously the real world.
Clearly.
Serious business.
The only other thing I'd say is never ever take it seriously.
Yeah.
And don't expect a lot from yourself, especially when you're starting out. I see, especially now, a lot of new cosplayers come in thinking that they need to have like 3 to 5 costumes for a convention, that they all need to have like wigs and contact lenses and all the accessories and it all needs to be perfect. Don't put that pressure on yourself because it's not worth it.
You're new and it's for fun. Please do not forget, it's for fun.
Yeah.
If we were doing this because
serious business,
it's so serious, you know, like it wouldn't be fun and it would show.
Yeah. And it does.
It does.
And I don't know, it's unfair to put that much pressure on yourself, so just don't.
As long as you're having fun, just do it. Just don't get hung up. Cosplay is not serious.
Ever.
Yeah.
Okay, oh my goodness. Violet Panda 96.
Wowee.
Wowee. What was the hardest cosplay you made and how long did it take you to make it? Amanda doesn't make cosplays.
All my cosplays are just thrift store finds. They're easy.
Yeah.
I think the hardest thing I ever did was sew fur onto the Worth coat.
Oh no.
Oh.
Whoa. For me, that's kind of hard to say because, okay, I make a lot of freaking cosplays, and honestly, they're all so different and varied that there's some cosplays, it's like, oh, that part was easy, but that part, whoa, wow, not easy. I think overall, the hardest one to make was my Rosalind cosplay from Disgaea 2, which is this giant ball gown with these giant bows, and it took me, I think, a year of sewing on weekends, and only on weekends, and I won an award, blah blah blah, who cares. That one was the biggest one, I think, that I learned the most and worked the hardest on. And then there's a lot of like little sporadic things, like things like weaponry and props are really hard for me. So those take a long time. Those are very difficult. Bless you, Hannah. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. There's cosplays that, you know, I always like to say that there's no such thing as an easy cosplay. Because as soon as you say that, it'll be hard.
Not for me.
No, but like you can't be like, oh, this cosplay must be easy, because then you know what's gonna happen. You're gonna slack off and it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Okay, next question from Missing My Mind asks. I have to say, Missing My Mind, I love your picture.
Oh yeah, that's her.
I hope is that her?
No,
is that actually?
Yeah.
Is that picture her?
Yeah, I met her in Edmonton or something.
Wowee, that's a really cool picture.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry you can't see it. I don't really care. Okay, so when are you guys gonna start filming scenes from the comic? You know it's so totally gotta happen, right?
Well, we've planned to do photo shoots from the comic.
Yeah, here's the thing. We definitely have talked about replicating scenes from the comic in photographs.
Yeah.
Which is a lot easier because it's a photograph.
Yeah. Film like filming scenes from the comic would be really hard.
That is assuming that we have any sort of acting talent.
Yeah.
Actual acting talent, not just us derping.
Yeah.
I don't know. Also, you have to take into account things like, especially for Hannah's on a boy's name, have you considered the special effects that would be involved, guys?
Yeah. Intense special effects.
Lots of like magic and blood and ghosts, and it would be a lot of work to be able to make it and make it not be really stupid.
Yeah.
It'd be really fun, but also because I work in film, I know how much work doing something well takes. So photographs for sure. Actual scenes from the comic, probably not.
Yeah.
Also, it's hard to have that many Hannah cosplayers in one spot, especially when, you know, Man's got to double up as Worth too, so
Just like cut from the face.
Oh, that'd be really horrifying.
That'd be
Actually,
really
imagine
horrifying.
it. It's like where's Hannah? Same person. Goo. But there's definitely scenes in the comic that I've been planning to do photo shoots from. So yeah. Okay. All right. This next. Toasty schmoof.
Toasty schmoof.
Toasty schmoof. Okay, it says okay. I'm gonna ask some random questions for your Q&A.
Yeah.
These are extraordinarily random. We're gonna have to watch the time on this though.
Yeah.
Okay, if today was your last day on Earth, how would you spend it?
Seeing all my friends and eating, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe I'd just like run up to some random dude and be like, "You're attractive."
Come into my arms.
Come into my arms.
And he'd be like, no.
Yeah.
Go away, small
Go
child.
away.
Smeared with food all over your face.
I don't become fat just in that one day. I'd be like, kiss me.
Roly-poly manna.
Roly-poly.
Well, if it was my last day on Earth, I'm already dead. I have no regrets. What is the most rewarding experience you've had? Wow, that's actually...
Rewarding.
Rewarding. Holy crap, there's a moth in here.
Whoa.
Wow. Okay, getting easily distracted. Running out.
Ah! It's huge.
Where is it?
It's behind there.
Whoa, Jesus. Okay, Hannah, just don't kill it though, because they're taking souls to the afterlife, so just leave them, okay? They're my dead friends, obviously. Most rewarding experience aside from the moth. I don't know. I think like if I had to pick like one experience, I would say the cosplay documentary, because it's really brought together a lot of people, and I don't know. I just have really good feelings about it, and I think it's gonna be a really good film.
It's sure a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun, and it's like it's obviously starting to mean something to a lot of people, which is really rewarding in itself. Aside from that, as like a bigger experience, I'd say my career, but that's boring.
I guess I would say, just cosplay in general, because of all the people I've met from it, that I wouldn't have friends if it weren't for cosplay. I know that sounds really sad, but it's true. So, you know, I think that's been really rewarding because I've met all my friends through it. And I'm not forever alone. Well, I am, but you know, like, not actually.
I was about to say something. Okay, Hannah, if you had a snail that could magically grant wishes, what would you name it?
Not what wishes I would wish for. What would I name it?
Yes.
Should I say what just popped into my head, or should I think about it?
You know what, Hannah, whatever.
Applebee.
Hmm.
I don't know why.
Yeah, you and your names.
What came to my head?
I don't know. You know what? I would ask the snail what its name is.
Oh, what if it didn't know? Then could you call it like a bunch of different names?
I suppose.
Oh.
Okay, if you had the chance to go back in time for 24 hours, where and when would you go? You'd go find dinosaurs, wouldn't you?
No.
No dinosaurs?
I'd be terrified.
Of dinosaurs?
Of dinosaurs. I wouldn't want to go to the Victorian era.
That's where I'm going. No, wait.
What?
Wait. I gotta answer. Okay.
Okay.
This is only if I can decide who I am. I would go to late 18th century France before the French Revolution, and I would be a freaking aristocrat, and I'd spend 24 hours getting drunk, eating food, dancing, gambling, having sex with strangers. I would just party it up in Versailles for 24 hours and then leave before the revolution.
Yep.
That's my answer.
I don't know where I would go. It's really hard to say. I really like this time now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's anywhere else I'd like to go.
Okay. That's actually really cute in some way, Hannah.
What?
Just you saying that.
Well, there's nowhere
else I would go.
Well, think about it.
Cross.
There's shut up. There's no one else I know back then. Oh, though I might want to go back and like meet someone cool who's like an inventor or something, like Alexander Graham Bell, and just like chill out and watch them invent cool stuff. Or, you know, I'd like to see the dinosaurs as much as they would scare me, just to know what they look like.
You can tell the scientists who won't believe you.
Yeah. Also,
Okay,
like,
so
they were really all, like, super hip.
they were all pink.
They were all pink, all of them.
All of them.
They had
Okay,
polka dots.
we gotta wrap up this video. So
Okay.
look for part 3.